happen to enjoy, though, that we are seeing some Toon Links because, unfortunately, one of the best Toon Links in the Midwest was not able to make it. That's Yeti.
Yeti. Yeah, I heard he quit, dude. What the hell?
He does every, like, 3 months. He'll be back.
That's a shame, man.
No, but he'll be back, and he's amazing. But in the meantime, we're going to have guys like Biddy raise up the mantle of Toon Link, raise up that hero shield and the blade that is Evil's Bane, and see if he can take down Larry Lurr.
It's a very poetic way to put it, man. I feel like I'm watching the intro to Wind Waker with all the ancient cave art. You know?
Oh.
Yeah. Great song. Anyway. Big start from Biddy here. That is actually, as I was saying on commentary with Coney yesterday, the Biddy, the forward smash. For any intent or purpose, that is going to be referred to as the Biddy from here on out.
I am liking the aggressiveness here from Biddy to try and get in Fox's face, but once Larry starts having to answer that, then I think he needs to try and shift back to conservative projectile play.
I think he kind of has to play both sides of the field here because not only does Fox have a reflector, but he also has the speed to just close in on you if you're throwing those projectiles without much of a game plan in mind. Granted, up close, Fox's frame data shuts Toon Link out hard.
Yeah, but I mean, as long as Biddy is using Toon Link to his effectiveness, and that's having Boomerang out, that's sort of like a ever-persistent defensive option that he can have to help mitigate Fox's closing speed.
One very subtle thing I like that Biddy just did, he did a short hop forward air, which normally either you can double jump after it or you have to land with landing lag, but he shot an arrow right afterward, and because special moves carry over from the air to ground, it actually cancels out that potential landing lag he would have had, and it also provided a threat for Larry saying, hey, you can't side B back onto the stage at this altitude because I've got an arrow coming out.
That's, yeah, brilliant analysis there, Max, and something that Biddy has been displayed on is honestly his ability to shut down Fox's aggressive approaches here. Larry Lurr's having a bit of a tough time trying to find a close in the stock. We're seeing a lot of Zairs.
Ooh, I like that. Larry knowing that if he shielded after tech rolling back, he was probably safe from Toon Link. But Biddy, knowing that Larry knew that, just ran behind him for the kill. Toon Link, as we were mentioning in that Villager set, one of the strongest back throws in the game.
That was straight up like a Yu-Gi-Oh! Trap card right there. That was like, not so fast, Larry.
Very true. You don't stand a ghost of a chance.
Oh, you need to stop right now. So Biddy does take the first stock, and he hasn't lost his own yet. He's got to try and do a little bit more damage, but no, Larry's able to even that out, and pretty even, I would say.
Biddy just trying to present all these threats with his projectiles, having a bomb in hand, Boomerang returning at all times. Oh, I think he tried to mash an up air out there to try to fend Larry off.
I do think that as well. But yeah, I think the really important thing that Biddy is doing here is that he is making Larry be cognizant of so many things at once that he's not able to unleash these great tech skill things that we've seen earlier. You know, we saw that forward tilt to up smash. I mentioned that a few times, but we haven't seen him be able to pull off much of that stuff because Biddy is just making him keep track of so much.
Right, and Toon Link, a character that not many people are familiar with fighting, but Larry knows this matchup from his boy Zan back at home. Both of them on the Fire and Dice crew. Yeah, so I'm sure they've gotten plenty of reps in together.
Yeah, and Zan one of the Toon Links trying to take up the the vacuum left by Yeti's departure, and we've seen some great stuff from him. We just saw some good stuff from Biddy, but Larry Lurr is still too strong, just shutting down the relatively floaty Toon Link with an up air string.
That was a really sick conversion, especially because Toon Link being a floaty character is a little bit weird for some people to combo. However, again, Larry showing some of that expertise. He knows when he's going to be able to land those conversions and just takes them all the way to the top.
Guys, and also if you want to join the conversation to get your tweets featured on stream, please tweet out with the hashtag SNS3 as we go forward here to see if Biddy can get this to a game 3. We're going to hope that FD is a good pick for him. I think it is. The flat land is going to be good, but the only problem is that now lasers are going to be a big thing. It's going to force Biddy to approach a little bit more or use his shield, and that shuts down his projectile game.
And Fox's speed really just proving to be such a problem for Biddy as he's been overwhelmed while trying to get his setups going. I like the attempt from Larry, double jab, it's a pivot up tilt, but Biddy's saying, I've got some up tilt strings of my own, my friend.
I mean, that's something that is kind of like unknown in that situation, is that both of these characters can do a lot of work with up air.
Yes, and here we go, that long-lasting hitbox eats through pretty much any air dodge. You have to drift really to the side of it to get away safely.
Oh, I like that. He knew he was going to stay in shield and bomb regrab to try and keep the offense up, But Larry, realizing that all he really has to do with these bombs is shield, because unfortunately Toon, Link, and Biddy are not really going for a whole lot of grabs because he's getting stuck in shield, but he's not getting the grabs from it.
I feel like Larry is using the reflector to its optimal potential, not just shooting the projectiles back at Toon Link, but also taking advantage of the fact that once you reflect something, it functions like a shield. So you can jump cancel or roll, or I believe spot dodge as well out of it, and we're seeing Larry opt for jump a lot of the time.
Oh, and bomb! He actually caught the bomb and then used it to combo into his own up air. Great wherewithal from Larry Lurr.
That's how you know this man plays this matchup quite a bit, or at least enough.
Sometimes.
Once in a while. I mean, he is a traveling nomad of Smash, so I don't know how often he's back at home to play with Zan.
Yeah, Larry's been a little bit everywhere, and we all know that Zan doesn't go anywhere. Zan, come to the Midwest, please. We want you here. But
oh, the Biddy actually failing. He didn't go for it fast enough.
He did not.
Since Fox sinks like a rock, he just actually was able to power shield and get his own punish. Larry scouting out the stand-up from the edge.
He has this ledge on lockdown. We saw Dom do the same thing to Skilliger for a little while, but Larry's taking it to another level and just absolutely dominating the stage. Even that is a small setback because Larry Lurr has a commanding percentage lead.
Smart by Biddy, though, not going to be fearful of the air dodge. Or I'm sorry, fearful enough to give Larry an air dodge that he's looking for. Just challenges him straight up with down air.
And again, I love those lasers. It's such an underutilized part of Fox's game here in Smash 4.
Oh, another down air on the come down. Oh, but for some reason,
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if maybe he thought that Larry was going to try for a different option or whatever, but Zaire comes out entirely punishable, and because of that, we are going to see Larry move on with a pretty easy 2-0. We got a couple of replays here for you, though, and that's going to show off one great combo from Zan here, and that is that
Biddy.
Excuse me, Biddy. Sorry, Zan. You don't get credit for that one.
All right, and here we're going to see Larry actually steal this bomb with the up air.
Oh, my gosh. That was just... Can we see that just one more time, please?
Steals it.
Oh, throw it. It was, and it was so smooth too. It was like
that was seamless.
And it wasn't an accident. You know, it wasn't an accidental bomb grab. He's like, I'm gonna need this in about 2 seconds.
Maybe that wasn't necessarily intentional. Like he was trying to hit him with the up air anyway. But once he got his hands on the bomb, he knew.
No, yeah, that's what I meant. Is that like once he had the bomb in hand, it wasn't like, oh, I'm just throwing it down to get rid of it so that